As I work with these 40-year-old regulators, I am finding that one of the key points of lubrication is this pin right here that holds that spring in place, and it very seldom gets lubricated. You soak lubricant on both sides of it and start working it back and forth, and you want to do this with the motor off. Just work it maybe 20-30 times, and eventually you will feel this loosen up to the point where it hardly has any resistance at all. You will only feel the spring pressure. Now I get to show you the repair we did on those worn out teeth. We welded, I think, this one. We welded a little metal on, came back in and filed and cleaned this up. You can tell it's not perfect, but I don't think any of these teeth except right in here are perfect. We're going to put the motor on now and run it back and forth. See if there's any noise. We may have to come in here with a small file and maybe just clean the teeth up if we determine they're not meshing properly with the motor. Look at that. Nice. All right, we're ready to install this. Pretty amazing I was able to save this regulator. Before installing that window regulator, I want to mention something about this glass. Notice I have this piece of tape on here. You might be wondering why the tape is on the glass. When you go to remove a regulator, you have to push the glass all the way up, and I usually tape it so it doesn't fall down on you while you're reinstalling the regulator. So if I pull the tape off, the glass should start moving down, correct? Well, in this case, it ain't going anywhere. Look at that. Now this is a problem. This right here can put a tremendous amount of strain on a regulator over a long period of time. So before I install the regulator, I want to get this moving up and down easily. And it ain't moving easily now. Now, if you're doing this on your own Mercedes and you get a chance to clean these with some sort of a cleaner and be able to rinse these out and dry them off, that'll help because you're getting any dirt, grime out of it. But for the sake of this video, I don't have time to do that. I mentioned on the other window that I used silicone spray to spray down in this channel. I prefer not to use grease in here because that's just going to collect more grit and grime over time. But in this window, I'm going to use something else. This is called silicone lube. It's something you buy to lubricate the belts on, exercisers. And I'm going to try to pour this lube down this channel so it could run down come up top. Come on, don't come out. It's coming out. And then here, the only way to get to that is to let it run down the side of the glass. Okay, now I'm going to do the other side, then we're going to come back and exercise the glass. That's really different. I'm looking to see if the glass is moving a little bit side to side. That's important because you don't want it binding up. Now I'm sure this is going to improve over time, but you can see it's going up and down with a lot less effort. So I think now we're ready to install the regulator. All right, here you can see we've lubed this slide mechanism here. And I've hooked up the switch. The switch is working on this one. That's nice. So let's push the up, run it up. Listen to that. Considering those teeth were stripped and the thing was bent out of shape, that's pretty good. I must say I'm surprised we were able to fix all 4 doors on old Spence here. We've got new check straps in every door. Look at how nice that is. We've lubed everything so the latches work well. We've run all the power windows up and down, as you've seen a little bit earlier. And now we're ready to put the door panels back on. But what about this? How many of you have dealt with this stuff, thinking, oh, it's okay, I'll just glue it back on with some spray glue? Well, look, you got holes and rips and tears. So what I'm going to do in the next video is show you the type of new plastic that I use, how I attach it without the mess of spray adhesive, and how we fit it perfectly so the door panels will snap right back in place. So stay tuned for the next episode.